Hello, hello, hello! I am Kasasagi Usagi, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. We are actually going to hop right into it. So let me grab the queue. Hello, queue.
Hello.
It was like 2 minutes to 4, and I was like, where is she?
I was running around getting flying.
Oh, yeah, I saw you're level 67 on Gunbreaker. Yeah, so you'll probably be 60 to do the side questy stuff on that. Well, not side questy, but like raids and stuff on Gunbreaker by next week. So you don't, because Warrior's already like 71, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be in good shape if you can get Gumby up to 70. So one thing I forgot to show off when we finished my job stuff yesterday was my new outfit.
Ooh.
This is the new White Mage outfit. Or a Stormblood White Mage outfit. It's actually quite cute. It's not the usual white and red hood. I like what they did with it. And then butterfly.
That's so pretty.
What's your warrior outfit? Ooh, very barbarian.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it a lot. You look so nice.
Thanks.
We're ready to fuck stuff up.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let's hop right to it. I talked to all these clowns already. Do you want... They're like, do you want... Well, it is technically the 69 quests. Alphino remains concerned for his dear friend. For all our other accomplishments, Krell remains in the hands of our enemy, and I find myself worrying if I could have done more. Though we now know that she was taken to the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could just ask me. Thancred, where have you been? Thancred, what have you learned? Oh, actually, really quickly. I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She is being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Ralgar, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What matter of research? Why, methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate Aether, in pursuit of which goal their scientists have, I am sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alphino. We've already been tasked with securing the Alamegan quarter. This just gives us reason to do it faster. I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault on the rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men. He had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. It's been a while. I'll not take offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. Alagana, am I right? Aye, Whisker's the name. I was raised in the peaks, but my mom grew up in the city. Any road, I reckon we can get inside the Alamegan quarter by way of Loch Seld. What? How? There was a story my mom told us which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl, see, how they used to have to boil the water in the well before they could drink it, since it was full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the lochs, which means there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it, but it won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed, see? Apparently Thodrick decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade any water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded. He ended up working in the saltery. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I can take you to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't you worry about it. We're used to dangerous. Nago and Arnold will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get that key. Oh, I forgot to do something very important.
Put your ears back on.
Put my ears back on. Oh, we've only just begun. Escalator. Scroll down. Oh, yes, that one. The headpiece is cute, but I must move on with my life. Get out of here. Can't believe. Let's not waste any more time then, shall we? My mom said Granddad kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then well. Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready, Akali? We may have to deal with a few Imperial patrols or worse. The barrel appears to have recently been filled with fish packed in salt. Someone was hard at work, less than a week ago. This pot is filled to the brim with salt from the locks. The lumber appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. The crumbling masonry appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. The Magitech device suddenly springs to life, flashing brilliantly and emitting a shrill sound. It's a trap!
Away with you!
keep trying to talk to them. It's just not working.
No talk. Only fun.
In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a laborer. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter at the Sali Monastery. This reminds me of there's a scene, and oh gosh, I don't know if you would actually remember it, Q. In Wild Arms, where you go to the town, and it's just completely abandoned, and there's just like bloody diary pages and stuff about like what happened while you went on a job, and it's, oof. Oh, I guess you don't remember.
No. But that sounds like something that would happen in Wild Arms.
The first one, yeah. Why am I leading the way? Oh, well, use your leg. Just in a big little cluster. I don't get this. Oh, I did know it. Let's just fight it. Don't be cowards. Volkswagen. 6 of them? Hell yeah. The alien pack cat and more. Does it look like an alien, or does it look like an actual cat? So it looks like distinctly alien. You should name it Fluffy. Good job, boys. We have 7 volt sticks. Sounds about right. What I would expect from you randoms. Classic duty finder. This is it. This is the monastery. They have to be around here somewhere. What? What? It's me, Wesker, your grandson. Wesker? By Ralgar, is that really you? Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad, but where are the other ones? Who are these other ones? The Resistance, Granddad. My, comrades in arms. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to look at that real quick. Oh, I don't see a screenshot. She told me all about me thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Ha! Death Sod's never caught me neither. It wasn't much, but it was my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations. Here, make our family proud. I swear, Ralgar is my witness. The revolutionary spirit runs in the family, I see. I'll make him proud. I'll make them all proud. If I were 10 years younger, but I'm not, look after my grandson. We should go. Arnwald and the others are waiting. I was worried when he wasn't at the Salt Artillery, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. Lise is in the mood for a swim. We'll need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Akali and me thanks to the Kojin's blessing. But for the rest of you, I will have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I think it best that I support Monago and Arnvald's unit. Oh right, you can't swim. I am aware of that, thank you. But that is neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojin's blessing and Thancred's, preternatural lung capacity. Right then, of course. I didn't mean anything by it. Nothing at all. So, Akali, Thancred, and me. Let's head to the water's edge. Alvino and Whiskar can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. Oh, there it is. Oh, oh, it's real cute. Reminds me of a Sukin from Pokemon. And that's what I think you should name it. Sukin. No, Jesus. I don't actually think that's untrue at all, unfortunately.
Gross.
They usually make you do a lot of, like... Usually the last zone, they, like, drag your corpse all across, like, the entirety of it. I actually don't think they do that too much in Stormwood. I actually think there's a huge chunk of this that we don't see. And I remember there's not very many side quests here at all. This looks like as good a place as any. Ere you dive into the briny deep. Hurry up, Jay.
How did you get here?
What are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Alice unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, a theretofore unexceptional warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived what I believed to be a solution to the problem of her preternatural persistence. 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. Oh, you get that by doing... Okay, so to get that one, there is a quest line with the Oriner that is actually really cute. It's this... So the Oriner are big warriors, but this one, he's a little bit older, and he's like, I just want to cook. I just want to be a chef. And it's his, like, really adorable quest line. And then, the Dothral, you have a quest with them as well. And those two quest lines intercede. And I believe it is that which unlocks the Namazu quest line. Because then you'll get the Namazu Beast Tribe quest lines, which is for crafters and gatherers. And that is how you get that one. Because the Namazu base is right there.
I mean, I got that by climbing a mountain. I just jumped.
Alright, Q. Not everyone's a mountain goat. Not everyone was a mountain goat in their past life.
Listen.
Isn't
Still
this
got it, though.
Wait, isn't this... Well, according to Q, you can just fucking climb it. Wait, isn't this Moon Bradis? Her etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. It was Moon Bradis' time. It is not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal and return. We will, for you and for her. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. This man sloshed through a bunch of salt to get to us. Oh, I think we're supposed to... Wait, I'm screwing up. We're clearly supposed to dive in. Video game. I would like... Which... There we go.
You got it?
Yeah. You remember to hit the control button and dive and spacebar and W. Alright, I guess I can ride him out too. It's really neat in here.
Tell me about this castle. What is it doing down here?
I have two theories. One I can't say. It's not deep enough to be my first theory. It's also not the right architecture. Sometimes things just sink below the sand. This is a desert. And they clearly built this castle on salt. Yeah, it also reminds me of that. And I think it might have just sunk.
This was not the way.
Is it not the way?
No, I can't go through this door.
Well, beans.
Why would they light it like that then?
That's a good question.
Why was it designed this way?
I genuinely feel like my first theory was correct, but there's no entrance here.
Yeah, it's definitely a European castle kind of style.
Part of me thinks we weren't actually supposed to die, but that's what we were talking about. Speak with Lise in Lochseld.
Oh, here's more snowflakes.
There we go. The tunnel leads east. The Ingrid's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. We just needed to go up a little bit. Yeah, and it was really pretty. Oh, you want to ride my wheel?
Oh. Yay.
Oh, I see.
I'm covered in salt.
Yeah, we are very salty. You know, clothes are all gonna be stiff, like tumbling in the ocean in your regular ass clothing.
Ooh.
My cute little stockings, they would not be staying up. The fur on your clothing would be all crisp.
Oh, I didn't even see if I had better clothes to put on.
You should be in the best that you have. Because you're in your final expansion clothes?
Well, I'm running as Gunbreaker.
Oh. Yeah,
so
you probably
I
do.
had a nice set of clothes to put on.
The tunnel was much longer than anticipated. I would rather not make that trip again if it's all the same to you. Whew, that was fun. Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a beastman's blessing anyway? I still can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. It felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Oh, I slapped my mic. Once we head upstairs, we'll need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here. Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, that we three are on our own. It would be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head towards the research facility where trials being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course, but I will move quickly, so see to it that you do not fall behind. Nothing left to say then. Let's get to it. Nope. Bye.
Goodbye.
All set, Akali? There's a lot of duties here. I guess it's weird that this is how they're showing us the new zone. Just completely in duty. I reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Use the etheric siphon to weaken Vordola and defeat her in battle.
I can read your every move!
Okay, well that was rude.
I'll cut you to pieces! How could I lose?
There's more compelling damage rotations. The healers don't have them, though. It would be nice if we had like one more button for damage. But the way Savage sort of works out, if I had to also pay attention to a rotation, it might be a little rough.
Let's finish this! If only you knew the power!
I just want a gap closer, to be quite honest. That's my dream for the healers.
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not!
Oh, but you will! Without your tricks, you're nothing! Conrad, Mefrid, your own comrades! I should kill you here and now for what you did! But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Why, you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
You're slaves to a tyrant! There's no freedom in that!
Now, my friend!
Unfortunately, Sprightly, that seems like what Sage is gonna be. Not the little wing cannons.
Croyle!
Alphino? I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once. Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done.
Listen to you. Talking like you've already won. Xenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power echoing that of the Icons.
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt! He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey. You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
No! You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that.
May I live 1,000 years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
They use medicines to keep me in a torpor for much of the time. I fear I am still recovering from the effects, but I will be fine. I will. Saved once more by Oriange's ingenuity. I look forward to learning why it was so imperative that we remain ignorant of the device's precise function. Oh, that's just how Oriange be. What a relief to have finally found her. Though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us. On the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help. Thancred, Lise, Oriange, and of course you. But yes, there is still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordola's ominous words, for one. Alphino is a man with one less worry on his mind. Lise has gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Manago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commanded their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I will remain here. My search for Kryle took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with the defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arnvald and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetherite, as I recall. With me, Akali. Navigating this city is a fucking nightmare. That's why I just fly through it. The Aetherite is perhaps the most strategically important landmark here, as it can serve as a gateway for attuned troops with sufficient anima. Such tactics are not without their risks, however. Were the Imperials to discover that the Aetherite was being used in such a fashion, they might turn their artillery upon us, destroying the beacon and the better part of the district at the cost of countless civilian lives. I didn't know what had become of Arnvald and the others after I was taken. It's such a relief to see them hale and healthy. How are you doing, Miss Q?
I'm running to the Aetherite.
Okay. I didn't know if you were still in cuts. No troubles with the fight? I know you're quite a bit underleveled. Because you're doing the Mind Gunbreaker.
Yeah. In the beginning it was a little iffy, but then I figured it out.
Ah. Gods, Kryle, it's so good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me. All of you. Thank you. We will be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main house. Arnvald, I would have your unit remain here with Thancred, that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. We won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not. You're both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Akali, Kryle, let us be off then. Oh wait. I mean, then they fridged her and everything.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
The work is its own reward, General. I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Xenos have acquired that might equal an Icon?
I don't have any medals at this point is an insult on its own.
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lise. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Xenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Kryl, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
In calling upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
That's why he couldn't tell us. Because then Fordola would just know.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Oriange is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Nevertheless, let us proceed with all due caution.
Well, no one's saying we shouldn't be cautious. Though maybe I was getting a bit carried away.
Don't take that tone with me, Lise.
Right. I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the resistance forces are waiting.
It is time we join the main host. Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
I got so much thigh action going on. In every cutscene, it's like bam, 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 bam. As I said, there is but one path forward. We take Alamigo, and with it Xenos' head. I prithee proceed with the utmost caution, Akali. If there be truth in Fordola's words, and the Viceroy is indeed possessed of a power echoing that of the Icons, then still greater strength shall be required to bring about his defeat. If I may, General, is there aught Akali and I can do to assist with the final preparations? I'm glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position and that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you have no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Akali. You were instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring the end to the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Oh, absolutely. Some might judge an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents. But I know it would mean much more to everyone here. I do. Akali's kind of silly because she's always got the bunny ears. But my main, I'm like, damn, we looking fine in these cutscenes today. Although, with Aura, and particularly the paleness of which I have my main, there's a lot of, as many cutscenes as I'm like, damn, she looks nice. If it's just the slightly wrong lighting, I'm like, god damn it. You just look terrible. Oh, I see you running. Oh, running to Emmerich. Xenos has never cared a whit for politics. He lives for war and war alone. Kill him, or he will kill you. That you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You who stood with us in our direst hour will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some small way to redressing the balance. This man loves us. Just absolutely. Mwah. In lust. Pardon me, ladies. I love all the leaders a great deal. All is ready? Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know no liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who received of hers and her elementals' blessings go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. What's happening? It was like a weird foggy effect. Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. It's because something's happening down there. Maybe like, yeah, someone's shooting stuff and it's making.
Oh, it's that red mage. For whatever reason, their effects are doing something to the screen. It's weird that it's affecting us all the way over here. It's time then. Though this is not my theater of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. The battery has sunk through ships to fill a fleet. 'Tis not like to be bested by a gate. Damn that red mage practicing their rotation.
Good for them. I'm proud that they're practicing.
Practicing your rotation is important. It is done. Thank you, Akali, for humoring an old bull. Maelstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamegan quarter are ready and await your signal. Not left to do, but the deed itself. Roban has a personal favor to ask of you. Right then. I must go to my men. I shall be leading the first charge through the breach. Then we shall head to the front. Pippin has command of our artillery outside the gate. He'll not be hard to find. Ah, but before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He will understand. How far a walk is this? Oh, quite far. Oh, I want a good mount, a good steed. Oh. Don't ruin the moment. But Seymour position here is secure. Akali? Elphanet? What have you got there? Oh, this is it. This is precious, actually. By the 12! This is Tizona! The bull of Alamigo's legendary sword, forged from 2 cursed blades. This sword is a symbol of everything my father fought to achieve, a weapon claimed on the blood sands, and with it fortune and glory. Its flames consumed the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy. Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle. Once we begin, there will be no respite until it's over. Are you ready, my friends? Very well. Brace yourself. This should be quite a spectacle. Vice Marshal! Vice Marshal! Imperial unit approaching from the north. Aiming to destroy our artillery, are they? How many? Total numbers unconfirmed. At least 1 squadron. But sir, they're wolfmen. Ferry Del Monte. Bloody hells! That's all we need. Up! Call up the Bloodsworn. Tell them to make ready. Marshal Topin, wait. Those wolfmen of whom you hail from... these wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land, and told that if they disobeyed, the lives of their kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving their imperial masters. Ere you engage them in battle, I beseech you grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. I am loath to gift our enemy more time to prepare, but if there is a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we must take it. Go then, but be quick. We will, Vice Marshal. With me, Akali. Oh, I think I have royally done goofed, actually.
Can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, I don't think this is the way to go. I have failed you. For the last time. Again.
Well, there's another staircase that I see, so we'll just go the long way around. Hopefully.
Oh, that turtle's coming for you. Slowly.
I'm too quick. He's never seen such speed.
Excuse me, madam. I'm sorry I goobered it.
Forgive you.
Thank you. I just like jumping off stuff.
I know. Oh, we have to separate again.
Oh my goodness. No. We will wait here for the Lupin to arrive. Steel yourself, my friend. Though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence, it would seem wise to prepare for the worst. They come, Akali. You, clear the road. Honorable warriors of Doma, my name is Elfino Levier, and I come before you with news of great import. Silence, boy! You stand upon a battlefield. Be gone or be cut down. Doma is free. Lord Hien has returned and driven Yoyetsu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there. We helped them. There is no need for you to fight for Xenos. Lord Hien is dead, and you are a liar. What could a boy such as you do against Magitech? Throw stones and spit curses? Oh god, you're right, Springy. Invoke my lord's name again at your peril. We will suffer no falsehoods. I speak only the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain. If your claims were true, we would gladly sheath our blades and embrace as brothers. But since they must surely be false, we would be traitors to accept. Our lives and those of our loved ones forfeit. Words are air. You'll prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield or die in dishonor. I'm gonna fight all.
For the House of Levier!
You are no strangers to battle, that much is plain. I am the White. I am Hakuru, and I will be your opponent. Have at you. Oh yes, Alphonse standing in 3 AoEs. Boy.
Pull yourself together.
Yeah,
So it comes to this.
this is a trap. To get me to stand in AoE. I stand. That does make you stronger. That was long and arduous. You fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men and perhaps even me, but you did not. And for this I thank you. Warriors brave and true, I pray you tell us of the battle for Doma's liberation. We should be glad to do so. Lord Heian returned. Such joy this news brings us. But for Lord Gogetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken from us by such tragedy, there is no justice. Eyes forward, Hakuru. He wished for no better death. You knew him well. Aye, he would not suffer us to mourn with so much undone, and so we will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation, and of your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. With fang and claw shall we rip open their throats of our masters. This the White swears. Thank you. When our war is ended, I am certain that your lord will help us to return you all to Doma. Such a curious thing, Destiny, to see us meet with friends of Lord Ian in this distant corner of the world. But we shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. Ah, the Thaumaturgy Guild.
Ah, you are returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfmen successful?
The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation. They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
Hear, hear. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates. Thaumaturgist, forward! Give me hellfire!
Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno! Now give me a curse and winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth! All cannons! Fire at will! Let no man say we neglected to knock! Damn that armor! We nearly had it!
Is that...
Bear witness, my Eorzean brothers and sisters! Doma is come to pay her debts!
Lord Hian?
We will deal with the flying machines! Forward, my friends! For freedom and justice! You heard the man! All cannons resume firing!
Idiot. What is a roll? Oaths you have taken.
We're through. The way is clear.
Spears you have stepped on. We're through. The way is clear. Oh, he already said that. I forgot what this was voiced. I got very distracted. Thinking about Lord of the Rings. God, so I was playing Stardew, and there's a ominous note you can find on your grandfather's grave, and it says, "On the dawn of the 3rd year, I shall return." And I was like, what? Look to the east? The Vice Marshal's strategy for breaching the gates was most ingenious. A pity he did not account for the Magitech armor, but to be fair, they didn't account for the Domans either. By the Fury, did that man just bring down a flying armor with a single stroke in midair? Rick's like so excited to be here. You do not think he would actually wait until the last... No, no, of course not. He's no Vidnofer. If you find Xenos, you kill him. No hesitation. Others may be taken prisoner, but not him. Not under any circumstances. So, I think maybe probably should take him prisoner. If only because he's the prince and the heir to the Garlean Empire. I don't think you can just kill that man unless you're intending to go all the way to Garlemald to kill. I don't know. I'm torn on that decision. Because I feel like that's a good, like, you can have him back if you guys stop being assholes. Like, he's a good bargaining chip, but they're like, no. Just slaughter him. Yeah, he's also very big and very powerful, and you don't know what he's capable of. It's still a... It's a... Ooh. Impeccable timing, those Domans. Come, comrades, the enemy's gate is down. Forward! At long last, the end is in sight. The battle for Alamigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance into the city proper. I trust your unit of elite adventurers is ready, Akali? Excellent. Your objective is to make haste for the castle and kill Xenos, yea, Galvus. Any questions? Of course not. Now go and get the bastard.
Change back into warrior clothes.
Yep. Alright.
Do you want to be my friend?
Of course. What else will we do the dungeon to? Goodbye.
Come on, DPS. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Can I jump off this? I sure can. Crunch.
Crunch. You come into battle with both legs broken. Yes. Yes, it is.
Exactly where he's going.
Yeah, he wants to go fast, but pulls slow. And there's also lots to see and look at here, so don't let them ruin that for you.
I am pink. What will you do without me?
Yeah, more so these days. Side. And then grab them. And a bunch of soldiers are coming. Oh god. Arm's length, when you have a lot of little mobs like that that are doing a bunch of damage, arm's length slows the ball down when they hit you. So this is just the scorpion from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
he is.
the first boss from Final Fantasy VII.
That's cool.
It is cool.
I like that.
Nicely done. Sorry, I was reading something Sprightly was saying. Yeah, people like to see that. If people pull past Q, I just let them die, and they usually learn their lessons. I'll even be like, I'll give them one. I'm like, don't do that again. So this, don't worry too much about it. You can move at the very last second. There you go. Yeah, you don't have to fret over much. Wait, don't run off just yet. We don't technically need any of this. Oh, goodness. It's Emery. Yeah?
Looks like these guys are having a bad time.
Yeah. Give
them a little warning.
There you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can see everybody fighting. Now they
Oh, I
get
was looking at the bird statue.
Oh yeah, the griffin's cool too. A whole bunch more dogs are coming?
There are.
Like just a ton of dogs?
Big issue.
Has they got you? The yellow ones are hard to see on this. I'll start seeing like people and stuff fighting in here. It's real neat. Okay, so this one can be a little tricky, and I'll explain to you as we go. He does, for the most part, basic, just dodge the AoEs, but his intermission, I guess I would call it, I think I've told you about it, just in passing. So I was trying to solo this place for reasons that I can't. You can stay, yeah, you can be in the middle of those.
I shall have to share these findings.
Okay, so we get stunned,
Initiate
and then
soul extraction.
forcibly pushed back, and he's going to remove our souls from our bodies. And then while dodging AoEs and these Magitech hammers, we have to get back into our bodies. And I found that it's best to kind of do it from like this angle, like go around the hands. Oh fuck. I might be the trolls.
The soul rebels.
Whew. Ooh, they almost died.
My word, this data.
And that only happens to once. So now we just kill this nerd. I'm so sad. So his chair that he's riding in, that is a PvP only mount that is no longer available. You had to be top 100 in the feast. And it kills me because I want it so bad. Nicely done.
I don't believe that man's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's faking it.
You think he's fake? I think you're the faker around here. Oh.
Sorry, I was looking at Luke.
That's fair. So you can see oh, I'll wait for you to be done. You can see Yaguri fighting over there, and Lord Hien. I think soldiers are gonna. Oh, there's Pippin. He's using his daddy's sword.
That was made smaller just for him.
I know. Otherwise, that sword I think would be twice his size.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how do we know that your rabbit ears are real?
Because when I use a link pearl, I touch my ear.
There's
They're
Elf.
the only ears I got.
Here, come on, don't touch this. One. I think that's all the NPCs that are running around. I don't know, I really like it when the NPCs are doing stuff.
I won my red mage earring.
Nice.
It'll be forever until my red mage can actually wear it.
Well, it's good to hang on to. Well, there's Lord Hien again. You can see him across the way.
Did they fly the whole way here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 4-month boat drive, so, or I'm sorry, a 2-month boat ride to get to Limsa. So, I don't know how long it took to fly. It requires some suspension of disbelief.
No.
Okay, so how Xenos works is, he's gonna show you each of his sword attacks. He has 3 of them for the and he will have an aura of a certain color around him. You kind of got to remember what each aura does and everything. So he'll do them one at a time. Because how boss fights and everything work in this game, we've sort of been spanking everything, but they show you the attacks, and then they start combining the attacks.
Red!
So this is, I believe this is going to push us back. So you'll want to get in close to him when you see this particular aura.
Kill!
Now is this Tank Buster?
Red!
This is, you're going to want to get out of this, I believe. This is his lightning one. Yeah, that's an out. This I don't think there's any dodging. I think it is. Oh, right, okay. So that's a... yeah.
Let this moment last forever.
Okay, so I have Xenos. Oh. We want to kill the one tethered to me first.
Kill!
So, bosses will also start having audio cues. When he says kill, he's about to tank us. This is red, so he's gonna do like the triangular attack. Oh, that just hits. A bunch of just hit. Oh, it's targeted, I think is what it is.
Red!
Out of that.
This is the end. Show me your role.
Alright, you have to destroy his three swords.
Yes!
They will also start to be
Just
doing
so.
attacks. So we want to get in close to this yellow one to get pushed, or the Xenos to get pushed across, so we don't go into the blue. But I shouldn't have gone towards the electric sword. So that's actually just on me. Attacking different weapons.
More!
Get away from the storm. Oh, jeez. There we go. Big heals.
Have you the strength? The power to transcend.
So the red one targets everyone but you, it looks like. So you just don't want to clip each other. And that is what we have been doing. Consistently clipping each other. You don't think this is over, do you? No mount. but a fancy gunblade for you. You and,
Oh, I rolled a 20 on that. Hey, I won it.
Hey.
Gonna roll on these red mage pants, too. I won them!
That was nice. Once I said, hey, we're gonna be looking at stuff, they stopped being. They stayed behind you the whole time. Good beans.
Hey, put down this wall. I'm not done with you yet.
It's protecting you from him.
Yes! Yes! Such ferocity. Such tenacity. I am loath to recall how disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally, after bathing in the blood and offal of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt. It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular, to feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face. As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens shall bear witness to our dance. Welcome to the Royal Menagerie. The King of Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all. This fine specimen, on the other hand, simply divine. Your fates are entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire. How raw the raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence. Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan Hound to drive this icon into my arms. Oh my, have I said too much? Forgive me, this sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me. A question then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
Kill it.
Ah, as simple as that. But of course, you are the Icon Slayer. Such certainty is to be expected.
Sorry, I'm gonna ban the bot real quick.
A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your ability. I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence? Or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and the Resonant, and oh so much more. All icons must be exterminated without exception. Such was the imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being. They are a blight upon this star, he felt. And so he began his great and just crusade.
That's the burn of Solus Zolst the Galvus. I have mentioned that story before, actually.
Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear! Fear of the Icons. Fear of their power. Cowardice made them march forth to battle. Pathetic.
Knowing what I know, that's a very funny comment. A very funny conclusion he has drawn.
Man should fight for the joy of it. To live, to eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake. For we who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn. I know you understand this. You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the quiet hours as friend and confidant. If you will accept me.
What are you gonna pick, Miss Cute?
Well, he's wrong about the violence thing. I'm gonna deny him.
I am also going to deny him. Yeah. I deny you.
And yet, in doing so, you prove me right. We are warriors. 'Twas plain from the first how this would end. You live for these moments, when all hangs in the balance, when the difference between life and death is but a single stroke. I live for them too! This is who we are, my friend! This is all we are! Alamigo and Doma, and call 'em all be damned! gods! You by your gift, I by my might. And before the resonance, the gods shall be made to kneel.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This this can be difficult. It was about a year out when I did this for myself, and there was well, it was simply a disaster. We wiped over and over and over again. We shouldn't have that problem this time, but I will call things out for you, and hopefully you won't maintain it.
We'll make sure my tank stance is on.
Yes, that is a good way to start. Here comes a special. Shinryu's EX fight, however, that was absurdly hard, and it was hard to the tilt Shadowbringers drop.
So many bunny ears.
Pretenders.
There's at least two that have fake bunny ears.
I think you mean there's two who at least have real bunny ears. I see a whole lot of pretenders. Yep, okay, so the Gunbreakers got it. You should add, now that they have aggro, you should turn on your tank stance because you need to be taking second aggro. So don't provoke, but do a little bit of head to this waterfall, where the water spout is, it's to the left. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Stay out of the puddle if it can be helped, until we know we should be. Stack marker. Aquamarine, we should stay away from each other. These are behind us. Hellfire, get in the puddle. We want to get to this corner over here. Center, like far back. Oh, that was. Big tank. Now we want to be right here, not in the middle, but right here. You will smash keys until you are free.
Oh no, what happened? I didn't smash the key fast enough.
Because the wings are going to hit some DPS. You can't take it. Stay off squares that he's going to destroy. You want to destroy his tail, which is just slapped in the middle. He will start breaking platforms, so be mindful of ones that are cracks. Break chains. If you have them, you gotta go as far on the opposite side. Get out of that circle. We want to move for diamond dust, I'm pretty sure. I think. I always get mixed up.
No, you don't move.
Oh, that's right, the floor is slippery. That was a big, terrible lie I did too. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I just ate that tail. Levy bolts stay out of puddles and away from each other.
Oh no, what happened? I was moving to get closer to the tail and I didn't realize.
Oh, that there was a hole in the ground?
Yeah. Well, that fight was a disaster for me.
That's okay. One of your deaths was my fault. I forgot what Diamond Dust did. Sometimes ice you move, sometimes you stay still. Sometimes it turns the floor to ice. I pick you up. I pick you up. Shh. There. Nobody saw.
Everybody saw.
Everything's okay. French.
Are you all right? Xenos.
The hunter has indeed become the hunted. And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something?
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear, so vivid, so real, so real.
Coward!
Stop!
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
Where is he?
He's dead. By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna kill him anyway.
No. There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
We won. Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
You're right. Thank you. Without you... well, you know. So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
think that's the cover art for Stormblood, actually.
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free. But what is freedom, really?
Fordola really was damned if you do, damned if you don't.
We may be free to live, to love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them. But in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us. Even Xenos was once a baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one. "20 years of Imperial rule have left Alamigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't. Because I remember the price of freedom. I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence. And I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you. This is the end. The end of the Imperial province of Alamigo, and the rebirth of Alamigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
So, what did you think of Stormblood?
I wish Lise had been better.
We all do.
It made the story really hard to like because it was very Lise-centered.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just tough to like Lise.
She would have, this is something we've talked about throughout the entire Stormblood playthrough. And that she would have been better served not coming to Doma with us. It would have made her becoming the resistance captain better. Because despite what she said, she didn't actually, like, really learn anything in Doma. Which was, like, and Doma wasn't about, like, really... She had the same issues in Doma that she had in Alameda, where she's like, why don't these people want to risk life and limb to get the country back? Their lives they live are terrible. With the lack of understanding, and understanding to the very end that life could still be worse if they failed to complete this mission, and that's why everyone was so afraid, because there had been so many failures. And in Alamigo's case, they already had a resistance once, and they won that resistance. They defeated the Mad King Theodric, and this triumph caused the Garlean Empire to overtake them. They have already had a taste of rebellion and the victory, and then what it has wrought them. So it made sense not to try again. And for Doma, who just had the rebellion a couple years past and failed and was crushed, it made sense that all these people would not want to try again. Which was something she didn't quite grasp, and I think to the very end didn't grasp it, because she got what she wanted in the end. She would have been served better not going to Doma. And I think that would have helped her character tremendously. We would have gotten a small break from her, and she would have had time to do her own off-screen growth, and it would have been, I think that would have been the perfect thing for her. But Lisa aside, because we have smashed we have talked about that ceaselessly. What did you think of the rest of it?
It was good. I just wonder what will happen in the future, like when the Garleans come back.
Well, we still have Stormblood patches to do. So while this was the end of the main expansion, we will have them wrapping up. Because it's right, you're right. You can't take something back and not expect the actual. And because Garlemald's Emperor wasn't the whole thing. They are all stationed in Garlemald, and they will come back and take what is theirs. This is noted, and that is what the patches will be dealing with. How do you defend what you have just earned that cost you nearly everything to take? How do you defend it now? So there's that. What did you, we haven't talked about Hien very much.
Well, his story was really good. Like, he had a plan, but if his people didn't want that plan, then
yep,
he was willing to die for his people.
And what did you think of Xenos? That's a man we haven't talked about at all. I think Sprightly's a big Xenos fan.
I don't know. Like, he's definitely over the top evil, but he's not like a caricature of someone who's supposed to be this big bad evil.
He definitely seems bored. And
yes,
he wasn't driven by loyalty to Garlemald or anything like that. He was just a man that's very powerful.
He just loves killing.
Just loves killing. Yeah. He is a classic trope all the same though, where the villain is just looking for someone that they can relate to. Someone just as powerful. Just as powerful as they are. God, that's the trope they tried to give Aizen at the end of Bleach when he got defeated. Ichigo's like, I saw into his sword, and he was lonely. And I was like, shut the hell up. No, he wasn't. I was so mad. He's like, he was just looking for someone as strong as he was. And I was like, no, that actually wasn't it, but good try. We never talk about it again. But it was it's a classic trope where they were just like, just looking for someone else. Just someone else they can relate to. Those poor villains. If only they had a friend. There is a good short story about Xenos and him being a child. And I actually think I'm going to read all the short stories as we wait for it. Probably the night before Endwalker comes up. we'll read the only story that's kind of mandatory to read. Is one of the first Shadowbringers ones before patch 5.1, I think. And it's only important because of the context. The context is very funny. But before Endwalker drops the night before, as we're waiting for the maintenance to end, I'll go through all those stories. We'll have a little fun time with it, and that'll be nice to get the last bits of that good lore. They're actually doing more short stories. Just Tales Before Twilight, which I'm very excited. I can't remember what the first one was about. It wasn't about. Oh, it was about Yaguri and Hien. And I was like, eh. There's some I haven't read. So that was about them. But yeah, it's stories about all the little NPCs and things that you just don't get to see due to the nature of the game. But now that we've heard the main Stormblood theme and gotten the cease and desist, I will be skipping ahead. Here's a man who's definitely just been around.
Well. What a fine mess we've made. All but spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether. Still, better safe than sorry. There ends your hateful legacy.
Fun fact, and this has only been mentioned via interviews. Do you remember how La Habrea died?
No.
La Habrea was absorbed into the eyes.
Oh.
La Habrea was still alive within those eyes. And Estinian just fucking killed him. For good this time. Yeah, La Habrea just got slurped. Cause King Theoden... No, it's Thordan. King Thordan absorbed him into the eyes. They iced Iggy Orim. We iced Iggy Orim completely. And then La Habrea was like, ah shit, Thordan, and he's like, be gone, foul creature, and absorbed him right into the eye, because he was in his little soul form. Just aether form, so. Womp womp. And yeah, they said, and yeah, and Estinian just, when he destroyed the eyes, he killed La Habrea. I was like, me. There he goes. I suspect that is why they still had Aether left. Because La Habrea was just like, Jesus Christ. Now he's gone. It's over. My condolences for your loss. A father should not outlive his son. What nonsense. You do not mourn his loss? You surprise me, your radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. Nor are stars made to sustain false gods who sup on their very essence. Icons summoned to desperate savages who hearken to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Should you raise a hand against my black robed brethren, I will not stop you. Our desires are one and the same. Preservation. Restoration. Compression, resurrection, all in service to your one true God. And when the sundered shards are made whole, will there be place for us, mere mortals? Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will, your radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Until then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. How dare you? How dare you? We did it! We liberated Alamigo! I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride and hope, too. We did it! Father, Ida, Papalimo, Conrad, Mefred, Minfilia. We really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand there listening to me mumble. Everyone else will want to talk to you. You beat him, after all. You're the real hero of this story, so run along and take your pollens. When I woke this morning, I thought, my lord, he and dead. And then he lived, and now he is here. It has been a wonderful day. It feels like only yesterday we were celebrating the liberation of Doma. And now look where we are. 1,000 realms apart our nations may be, but in spirit we are one and the same. For you to best Xenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. No, not bitter to have your vengeance stolen from you by another. There is some small regret, perhaps, but that is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Akali. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant, the man who killed my father and countless other of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him in it. I should also praise Master Alphino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuro and his Lupin brothers. 'Twas a timely intervention, aye. Full glad am I not to have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Hian's most trusted allies. Indeed, my friend, indeed. We did it! We bloody well did it! I have to send word to Alagana. No, I have to go and tell them myself. Minfilia, no, Acilia, Warburton. It will never be enough, I know. But I hope this makes up for it, if only a little. I hope this brings you both joy. You deserve it, and so much more. After all we've been through, I really should know better than to worry, but as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie will nigh reduced me to tears. The Warrior of Light, victorious again! I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as the Warrior of Light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. That you are a natural-born leader of men, Akali. All these people weren't just following their commanders, they were following you. And you led them to victory, to freedom! Alas, not everyone could see the journey through to its end, but history shall remember them, and the glorious future they made possible. Can you believe it? We won! We beat the bastards! Alamigo! Alamigo! Sorry, got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know? We owe it to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all your hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing, that it's finally over and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be alright. Oh, bugger, not again. I was so bleeding happy I could cry. Abba, Oli, I wish you were here to see it. Oh. His friends from the Rising Stones. The battle may have ended, but the war goes on. Garlemald will not abide such defiance. However, for this day we may rejoice in our victory. You did well to defeat the fiend. Empowered by the eyes I so foolishly ordered you to cast into the sea of clouds. What a twisted legacy they have wrought. Yeah, you did fuck that one up. Praise be to the 12 for your victory. Though many brave souls gave their lives this day, we take comfort in the knowledge it was not in vain. Well done, Akali. I'll spare you more flowery words. Doubtless you've heard your fill of them. Okay. She's like, I'm not gonna say it. Our convalescing comrades have been informed of our victory. Thou mayest be assured that there was much rejoicing. I've trained with countless weapons, but none compared to Zizona. That father saw fit to honor me in this way still fills my heart with pride. I smell french fries. I'm so very hungry. The hero of the hour. I suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With their commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. But now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there is no clear conscientious on what sort of government they would prefer instead. There I go. Indeed, Father, monumental as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye. Yet if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I've no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Akali, for helping to make this dream a reality. Finished your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come back with me. Back to Ralgar's Reach. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call all the Scions together. I'll explain later. Oh, they just took us. I don't even know where to begin.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment. Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're Scions. Now, I'm obviously a Scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so? There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Stola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Come back here, you slippery little devil. To think fishing could be so difficult.
Surprise!
What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet.
That's why I didn't feel bad implying that he died, because he doesn't actually die.
Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
She's fine too.
Why didn't he kill her?
Why indeed? I guess we'll just have to find out next week. Ugh. I was kind of annoyed too, because I'm not a fan of rolling back deaths, and this game does it a lot. Yeah, however, I will say that despite how annoying it was that they survived, I feel that the story arc that they take them on is very, very good. And and the way, and I can't say anything because it's a big spoiler for 4.3. So I'll talk about it later. But they handled it as far as rolling back deaths went. I felt that this was that they do this pretty well. Back when as much as I really enjoy and love Orshafant, I felt his death was very, very good, and I would be sad if they found a way to roll it back. And people are always like, "Oh, they're gonna bring him back. They're gonna bring him back." I might be able to. I'll point it out as we get there. But back when we were trying to figure out what Shadowbringers was going to be about, everyone thought that we were going kind of like... People believed we were going, because we were called the Warrior of Darkness, people believed we were going to, like, a parallel world of ours. Because the trailer showed, like, Y'shtola as a black mage, and so everyone's like, oh, it's a parallel world, and everybody's different and lived these different lives, and everyone's like, oh, Arshafant, he'll be a dark knight, he'll be back. Yeah, so I would be sad if they ever brought him back, because his death was very good and genuine, and you would lose so much of the meaning of it if you just rolled things back like that. At least what they did with them, I think, is very good, and we'll see it as we go. I'm just repeating myself over and over again. This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Omega. And since there is undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the very late Viceroy's lapdragon, yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but is it ever? And now comes the part where you say we've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is that before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Fine, fine. But the moment I judge this venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it. Savvy? Savvy. And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer and mechanical genius. You didn't.
Please be Nero.
Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It will be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no. Oh, absolutely not. This is not happening. Nero told Scavia, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. Me too, bitch. Yeah, there he is. Oh, the lightning in the back. The super slow walk. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? It's such a good entrance to reintroduce this absolute maniac. The Omega raids, which we will do next week, are so fucking good. They're good fights, and it's a good story. It is an incredibly good story. Oh, I'm excited. I haven't done this content in so long. Okay, so we have officially finished the main expansion of Stormblood, so all we have left is the patches. What we are going to do first come next week, well, actually what I'm going to do first next week is I'm going to get a bunch of my classes, there's a lot of job quests that need to be witnessed, so I will be doing that. I need to hustle my buns and get things to 70 so I can do some of the role quests when we get to them. Well, we will be, the next stream will be in September, and what we're going to start doing in September is we're going to make these streams 4 hours long instead of the 3, so we can get through as much content as possible, because our schedule is tight. It's incredibly tight. I think you missed it yesterday, but we need to get through, we need to try and finish the Stormblood patches before the end of September, and if we can't do that, then we need to get through all of Shadowbringers in a month and a half.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So the stream's got to go a little bit longer. We'll probably be going over more often than not. But it's all very good content, and I'm excited for it. Plus, we have to look at Eureka. So, I will probably be doing Eureka without you. But we'll go into it together, at least for the first time. If only because it's just so much. We need to see as much of the story of Eureka as we can there. So, but I'm glad we saved all of this for today. There was no way to do it yesterday. It's so long. Yeah, it was about 3 hours. I said probably 2, but more likely 3, and that is exactly what it was. But okay, so next week we will start with the first part of the Omega raids and patch 4.1, and we should be able to, so long as the queues aren't super long, we should be able to knock that all out in a single day. And then we will do on Sunday, we will be doing the first Stormblood 24-man raid, which is the Evelise raids based on Final Fantasy XII and Final Fantasy Tactics. You don't know anything about that, do you, Q?
No.
So that will be good. I will have to brush up on some of my tactics lore because I don't remember it super well, so that I can continue to be the bun of all the lore. I'm very excited. But thank you so much for being here. This was good. Stormblood, despite all its flaws, is still a very good story with very good characters. And we're not through with them yet. So we will be back with more Final Fantasy. Today's Sunday, right? Yes. Okay. We will be back with more Final Fantasy Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. EST. We are off tomorrow, but I will be back on Tuesday with Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask at 2 p.m. EST and Nier Automata at 6 p.m. EST. So that will be very good. Thank you again for being here. I hope you all have a very lovely evening, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.